Hi guys, this is my Doctor Who collection 2020, where I shall be going through all my Doctor Who DVDs and giving a little opinion about all of them in this one video. So let's start off at the very top here with the Blu-rays. Got season 12. Love these box sets, you know, awesome. Got season 12 there. It's awesome season. The newish season 14, an underrated one, season 18, season 20, 19 even, season 23, season 26. That is all the Blu-rays. Now let's move on to the DVDs. Here we have An Unearthly Child. Part 1 is brilliant, but the rest of it is kind of dull. The Daleks, cracking story, brilliant story. Drags in parts, but yeah. Edge of Destruction. Nice little two-parter. Keys of Marinus, a fun little run-around story. The Aztecs, Barbara's pretty good in this one. The Sensorites, quite a creepy story actually, but quite good. The Reign of Terror. I switched off after part 3. Absolutely boring story. Terrible. Planet of Giants, another fun little two-parter. I think it's 2 parts. But yeah, it's quite good. Quite enjoyable. Daleks Invasion of Earth. I love the London Bridge scene with the Daleks in, but yeah. The Rescue, another fun little two-parter. Introduction of Vicky. This creature is, well, it's not a creature, but turns out to be just a man in a suit. The Romans, brilliant story. He's that guy. He's pretty funny. The Web Planet, terrible. The noises the ants make are annoying, ridiculously annoying. Space Museum, yeah, it's quite good. Chase, such a silly Dalek story, but brilliant. From planet to planet. The Mechanoids are pretty good. The Time Meddler with the meddling monk is pretty good. The Ark, it's okay. The Gunfighters, which has the guy who plays Scott Tracy in Thunderbirds, he's in this one. The War Machines, the introduction to Ben and Polly, pretty good story. Hartnell's Last, the 10th Planet, with the Mondasian Cybermen are so creepy. Shame that parts of this are lost, but the animation makes up for it. Moving on to Patrick Troughton with Power of the Daleks. Yep, I quite like this one, but the animation kind of is naff. The Underwater Menace. The Moonbase. Pretty good story. Creepy Cyberman story, this. The Macra Terror. It's fun. Yeah. The Faceless Ones. Brilliant one, this one. Kind of creepy as well. Tomb of the Cybermen. Classic. Matt Smith's favourite story. The Ice Warriors. Another good one. I love the Ice Warriors. Enemy of the World, one of my favourite of all time. The Salamander, who was played by Patrick Troughton, he's playing both of the roles, and he's absolutely fantastic acting. Web of Fear, it's okay. An improvement on The Abominable Snowman. Fury from the Deep, awesome story. Creepy. Especially the guy with his mouth open, that is creepy. Dominators, terrible. The Mine Robber, brilliant story. I love this. It's got the Master in it, but he's not the Master, but he's called the Master. And he's basically sending him to a world of imaginary things, like soldiers and Rapunzel and stuff. The Invasion, fantastic story. Absolutely brilliant. Tobias Vaughan, brilliant. Unit are awesome. Yeah. Crotons, terrible, just like the Dominators. Bad. Seeds of Doom, Seeds of Death, even. Yeah, pretty good. Quite enjoyable. Yeah, love this one. The 10-part War Games. Absolutely fantastic. This is one that I watched all the way through in one sitting, and I did not get fed up once. Introduction to the Time Lords, brilliant. Lost in Space, it's good, but half of the stories are animated or found now, so it is pretty useless. Spearhead from Space, great intro to Jon Pertwee, love this one. Doctor Who and the Silurians, it's good, but it drags a little bit. The Ambassadors of Death, underrated as hell. I love this story. Inferno, or as Jon Pertwee would say, Inferno. Yeah, this one's great. The parallel universe setting is brilliant. The brigade leader is brilliant also. Terror of the Autons, introduction to the Master, and Katie Manning as Jo Grant. Yeah, fantastic. Mind of Evil, cracking story. Underrated. Claws of Axos, another good one. Colony in Space, boring. The Daemons, it's good, but it's overrated. I don't find it as good as everybody else thinks it is. Yeah. Day of the Daleks, it's good. The Dalek voices are awful. But then again, I prefer them to the Nick Briggs voiceover, because it just does not fit the story. Curse of Peladon, one of my favourite Jon Pertwees. The Sea Devils, cracking story. The Master's on form in this story. The Mutants, ugh. Time Monster, even worse. The Green Death, yeah, it's good. The ending is the best part, with Jo Grant leaving. The Time Warrior, yeah, it's brilliant. Oops. Introduction of Lynx to Sontaran. The introduction of Sarah Jane, cracking story. Invasion of the low-budget special effects dinosaurs. Death to the Daleks, one of my favourite Dalek stories. It's so wacky and brilliant. Monster of Peladon, Return to Peladon, pretty good. Planet of the Spiders, not a great send-off for Jon Pertwee, but not bad. Not good. Yeah. Robot, brilliant story. I actually find the robot quite creepy and freaky, just because the music that accompanies it is pretty good. It's creepy. The Ark in Space, classic. Taran Experiment, underrated two-parter. Genesis of the Daleks, yeah, the best Dalek story to date. Revenge of the Cybermen, worst of the Cybermen stories. Terror of the Zygons, cracking story. Love all the Loch Ness monster thing. Love the Zygons. Planet of Evil. The Antimatter Monster. This one's gone up in my opinion. First time I watched it, nah. Second time, loved it. That one. Pyramids of Mars. Classic story. Brilliant. Android Invasion. Underrated. Love these villains. I can't remember what they're called. Brain and Morbius. It's good, but yeah, my least favourite of season 13. Seeds of Doom. My all-time classic story. It's just brilliant. Love the Antarctic setting. Love the manor setting and the house setting. Harrison Chase, the main villain, is awesome. Horror of Fang Rock. Now this one is absolutely overrated. People bang on about this story and I can't get into it. I just find it dull. Probably going to tick a lot of people off, but hey ho, opinions. We'll have to have different opinions. The Invisible Enemy, introduction of K9, brilliant. Image of the Fendal, brilliant. Sunmakers, yeah, it's fun. I like this guy. He's pretty good. Underworld, trash. Invasion of Time. Skip forward to where the Sontarans appear and it's a good story. The Ribos Operation. Funny story this. I love the bit where he smacks the Doctor and the Doctor smacks him back. It's funny. Pirate Planet. Awesome story. Pirate. Yep. Stones of Blood. Good until the sci-fi element comes into it. Then it's just meh. Androids of Tara. Love the sword fight scene between the Doctor and that guy. I can't remember his name. Power of Kroll. Garbage. Armageddon Factor. Meh. Destiny of the Daleks. Introduction to Romana. Number 2. People hate on this story. I personally like it. City of Death. Classic story. Love the French filming location. Paris. Creature from the Pit. This has a scene in it that is very inappropriate but hilarious. The Doctor essentially sucks off a creature. Nightmare of Eden. I like it. Horns of Nimon. Terrible. Shada. First watch, didn't like it. Second watch, loved it. Bear with me a second. Ordering Undead. If you're wondering why these stories jump, I have them on Blu-ray, so that's where they are. Mordring Undead is fun. Brigadier returns. Terminus, boring. Enlightenment, first time I watched it, wasn't into it. Second time, loved it. King's Demons, good little 2-parter. 5 Doctors, fantastic. Love all the Doctors' introductions to this and how they all work together. Warriors of the Deep, crap. The Awakening, good 2-parter. Frontios, this is good. I quite like it. Resurrection of the Daleks, original edition, and Resurrection of the Daleks, modern edition. This is a story that is absolutely fantastic. Lots of deaths from the Daleks. That's what you need. Planet of Fire, awesome. Caves of Androzani, absolutely fantastic. Twin Dilemma, shite. Attack of the Cybermen, brilliant story. The fat cyber controller. Vengeance on Varos. Syl is annoying, but I love the story. Mark of the Rani, quite forgettable. 2 Doctors, I love it. Patrick Troughton is brilliant in this, and Colin Baker and Pat Troughton work together. Pretty good. Time Lash, I personally like it. my all-time favourite Dalek story. Revelation of the Daleks is creepy as hell. Time in the Rani, crap. Paradise Towers, fun little run around. Delta and the Bannerman, not great, but pretty good. Now we're on to the bottom shelf. Get them out. Dragonfire, yeah, it's pretty good. Introduction to Ace. Remembrance of the Daleks, absolute classic story. It sort of introduces the Time War. It's sort of a stage of the Time War. Well, it kicks off the Time War essentially. Happiness Patrol, it's alright. Silver Nemesis gets a lot of hate, but I quite like it. Greatest Show in the Galaxy, good, absolutely brilliant. Clown is creepy. The TV movie, meh. I think I've watched it like once. And if I can get these out. Greatest Show in 30 Years in the TARDIS, a little documentary. This is a box set I have of all the Sontaran story. It includes The Time Warrior, Sontaran Experiment, Invasion of Time, and the Two Doctors. Davros box set, limited edition, fantastic. Let's move back a little bit. Doctors, the William Hartnell years, the Troughton years, Pertwee years, Tom Baker years, Colin Baker years, Sylvester McCoy years, the Doctor Monsters, Doctor's Monsters Part 2, the Doctor Who Villains, an American release of Earthshock, Adventure in Space and Time, limited edition Earthshock, limited edition 5 Doctors, the Peter Cushing movies, complete specials, 5th series, 6th series, 7th series, Series 9, Series 8 even, Series 9, Series 10, Twice Upon a Time, Series 11, and Series 12. Brilliant. Thanks for watching, guys.